Oh, okay, and it's not on the screen. Hey guys, we are here, but as usual, we our screen is not showing right. So let me just fix that really quick, okay?
2 seconds. We'll be back. Hang
Look,
tight.
see,
We want you here.
there it is. It's back. I fixed it. I don't know. Sometimes it happens like that, and I have to finagle. But anyway, you guys.
That's why I have you do it.
Yes, this is why I do it. I finagle. Anyway, guys, it is me, Flip.
And me, Ange.
And we are here with another Monday episode of Crush and Pressed. It is Hunt a Killer Monday.
Oh, thank God.
Hunt a Killer Monday. Less research from me and Ange today, apparently. Less research from me and Ange today. So Ange,
still a lot of reading.
Yeah, still a lot of reading.
Yeah. No.
Ange, how was your week so far? How was your day today?
I had a loud verbal altercation with an old man at a condominium today. Because I got done cleaning my client's condo, and every time I've been there for the last 4 years and I go to leave in the elevator, I'm the only person in the elevator. And lately with all the COVID stuff, they're like, please keep just one person in the elevator at a time. And I was like, great. Now, my mask that I had worn for the last 6 hours was covered in Windex and my own spit and my own snot, and it was paper and it was trash. So I threw it away. And I got in the elevator to take my shit down. And I'm on the 7th floor. I get to the 4th and the door opens and there's a man standing there with his mask below his nose. And he looks at me and I go, I'm sorry, can you take the next one? I'll be right done. And he goes, where's your mask? And says it like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's what we're doing now. No. And then he starts cussing at me. And I go, you do not speak to me like that. Goodbye. And the door's shut. So I go down, I unload my stuff. I go back because I have a second load. So I'm standing there waiting at the elevator. It opens. He's there. And he's terrified that I'm standing there. So he steps back and I go, you can come on out. And he starts cussing at me again. And I get in the elevator and I look at him and I go, sir, you should know better at your age. You don't speak to people like this. Like, go away. What is your also, you're wearing your mask incorrectly. So at this point, it does not matter. Also, I was just at the doctor on Monday, this past Thursday, whatever, got my flu shot, got checked. I'm fine. I know me. Also, one person in the elevator, bud, like, just calm down, let it go.
Right.
So if they were to review video, there's this old man wearing his mask incorrectly, cussing at me. And I'm standing there in my, let's paint a picture, Green Day American Idiot shirt. And it's the fist holding the bloody heart. And it's huge. And I'm wearing my camping pants that are huge. And my hair is up and I look like me. So I'm pretty sure he thought he was just cussing out a teenager. And it's just me going, you should know better at your age. You don't speak to people like that. I will not talk to you like that. But this is like, for me, people talk so much shit about young people and teenagers being disrespectful. The amount of times I've gotten yelled at incorrectly, or I've had to have words with somebody who is older than 70, especially in movie theaters, talking during movies or acting inappropriately in public or something like that. Like, he was speaking to me like he would talk to somebody in the comments on a news ad on Facebook, but in real life. And I'm just looking at him like, do you even know who you're speaking to? Like, I'm Angela. Excuse me. I want to be spoken to like this. So that was the highlight so far.
Okay.
None of this.
I really wish I had something highlighted to tell you. I really haven't done much. I chilled the entire weekend. It was so nice to turn my brain off for a weekend. And then this week or today, I had to do a transport, so I went down to Orlando today to do that, and really been, kind of quiet today.
Nice Rugrats t-shirt.
Thanks. Joey's mom got it for Christmas. But my questions here are: where are Phil and Lil, and where is Susie? It's just Angelica, Chucky, and Tommy. No Phil and Lil. There's no.
Oh, they're main ones.
I know. How could you have a shirt without Susie Carmichael?
No. She's the only fun one. Okay, that's horrible. But yeah, she's the one with the attitude that tells the truth.
So you guys, as we said, today is Hunt a Killer. This will be box 3 from the Just for Fun Starstruck series. Didn't know it was titled Starstruck. Oh my god, hilarious. Hilarious.
Great.
That was clever. That was clever. I didn't realize that either. In case you guys didn't know, this Hunt a Killer series is about a boy band from the early 2000s that's getting back together for like a one-time only concert. The lead singer of the group, performer, whatever, he is quite literally struck by a giant metal star and is killed. Starstruck.
It's starstruck.
That is fucked up. I cannot believe they did that.
That'd be like if the previous one was like beat with a cane and buried in a trunk. Like, let's just name it that.
Oh my god. So I think the best way for us to do this, because there's been a lot of like evidence in these last 2 boxes, everything is really evidence heavy. So I went back to the Hunt a Killer website, so we'll do a recap and basically explain to everybody where we were at. So box 1, we basically just needed to be able to prove that Jake Morgan, who is the lead singer of this band, he was murdered. That there was some bit of foul play, simply because the venue and the managers and all of these people are saying that this was completely an accident, and it was based off of the faulty technology that was being used. Now, we went through all of the evidence. We had some magazine pages, the accident report, some witness statements, the show writer, the spike chart, the venue map, an ID board photo, VIP backstage lanyard, and then, of course, the websites and an email. From the magazine page, there was one detail that noted that the company that produces equipment that was used to fly the star, they basically stated that they were not at fault. They said that when they checked, everything was in tip-top shape. From the accident reports, of course, we learned that the official cause of death, for some god-awful reason, they rule it as an accident, but he is struck in the head with this giant metal star that is supposed to fly down during the concert. It's supposed to fly down center stage during the concert and stop in like a little box stage. You learn that from the stage chart, the spike chart. But you can learn it from the spike chart, whatever. That's fine. We learn the timeline of Jake's death, and of course we have all of our witness statements, and does it match up the timeline, things like that. On the writer, we learn about like who has access to what controls, and you basically learn that everybody who has a VIP lanyard has access to any of the stuff that would have been used, and that of course leads us to the ID board photographs, which tell us who all of our suspects are. On the website is where we were able to see that the spike was moved. for the star, for Jake. So Jake actually stepped inside the box where the star is supposed to land instead of the original spike that he was supposed to stand on. That's how we know it was murder, because clearly somebody moved the spike. At the end of that episode, of course, we basically just let them know that the spike was moved and that it needed to go back to where it was. We also learned that there's some pretty obvious tension between Jake, who is the lead singer, and Peter, who was their, like, how do we describe Peter?
He put the band together. Yeah, he owns the venue.
He put the band together. Yeah. He owns the venue. So we do learn there's been some.
Did you see my dog come in?
Yeah, but okay, so it freaked me out because, like, it was like a shadow. Did he turn the light off? Did Trevor turn the light off? Okay, because I saw
he turned the light off. Door shut.
Okay, so I saw his, like, shadow, and then, like, it just stopped because the lights were out. And the dog came in. I was like, "Dog, something is wrong in your house right now."
I just like how you completely stopped talking. Like, is she frozen? Do I need to unmute my mic?
No, I wasn't frozen. I was just concerned for your safety. I was like, what the hell is but then I didn't see Trevor's hand on the door, so I was like, who is letting the dog in? Sorry.
She's just letting herself in.
Oh my god. Okay. So yes, from the email you learn that there is obvious tension between Jake and Peter. Jesus Christ.
My haunted ass house.
I know, I was like, so whoa. Sorry. This house is haunted, dog. Of course, from the badge, you learn that everybody who has A-level clearance has access to every space in the venue. Our suspects in our case are Ollie, who is a member of the band, Peter, who owns the venue, Rachel, who is the band manager, Marcus, another member of the band, Dean, who is their vocal coach, and Gabe, who is the final member.
Ta-da!
Yes.
It's one of these.
Because of the venue map and basically where everybody is from their witness statements, you learn that Gabriel claims to be in the trailer that he shares with Marcus and Ollie.
Awesome.
Peter was in the ticket booth. Dean was in the second trailer grabbing some throat coat for Jake. Marcus was in the parking lot. He said he ran out to go see a friend. Rachel was in or around trailer A with Gabriel. And Ollie was at the loading dock with Ken, who's like stagehand.
Yes.
Any other weird stuff? There's really nothing else that's super weird that goes on right now. You really don't.
From box one, it's mostly just establishing where we're at, who all's there, kind of what they're doing. We didn't really learn anybody's personalities or anything till box two.
Basically what you really start to learn is that Gabe and Rachel, during the break that they received, that like 20-minute break they received when Jake died, Gabe and Rachel walked to trailer A. When she left, Gabe made this little video, and then he heard the sound on the stage, which brought him back over to the stage area. Peter was walking from the ticket booth when he found Jake on the stage. Dean was in the trailer. He claims that he heard Rachel upset, but he didn't hear who she was talking to. And he walked back to the stage around the same time as Ollie. Ollie spent his break in the loading dock with Ken, who is the stage manager. He hears this loud sound. He doesn't really react to anything, but he goes back to the stage at 1:40 to find that Jake is dead. And then he went back and got Ken. Rachel, who says that she spoke to Gabe for 20 minutes and then returned to the stage before Gabe to see Peter on the phone, and Jake was dead.
Right.
Which
doesn't line
up because Gabe claims that he did not speak to her for 20 minutes. It was a short conversation that they had.
Yep. And she helped him make a video for his fans. And then that was it.
Yes. And then Marcus, like I said, he claims that he went out to the parking lot to go meet a friend. And by the time he got back from the parking lot, everything was just in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we are with box 1.
Mm-hmm.
For box 2, or what they called episode 2, face was just really itchy all of a sudden.
That's okay.
So,
hey, Mark and hi, Marissa. Welcome.
Hello. So, in box 2, we learn that there's a bunch of rumors speculating about the band. Jake does an interview where he covers some of the validity of some of the rumors that happen. There is a handwritten letter that is received in the box. Now, in this box, we also received a black light. Now, I tried to use this black light on these items in this box. But it is light over here. We have like the lighting set up so we can record and stuff. Didn't realize this, but this actually does have stuff on it that glows. Like there's a little like, I don't know if you guys can see this because of how much light is over here, but there's like a little smiley face underneath here. Oh. And there's like a music note somewhere over here. So I didn't know that.
So there's hidden shit on something.
So there's hidden shit in here. Which I guess that makes sense that they would give him the black light, like something would have to. Yeah. So then I thought back to this letter. Because this is the only thing in this box that didn't make any sense to me as to where they connected that Rachel was dating somebody in the band. Like, that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Right, because in case you guys missed it, we thought 2 of the guys were dating.
Yes.
And, like, all the evidence pointed toward that.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we send a thing saying, hey, this is the only unconfirmed, or confirmed rumor that somebody in the band was having an affair with something. And they're like, yeah, Rachel, the manager, was dating one of the guys. And we're both like, what?
Didn't understand how I was supposed to gather that information. Figured it out now that in the corner of this, you're not going to see it because, lighting setup.
Is her name there?
It's not her name. But they call her Sarge.
Oh fuck!
So there's like a military sergeant patch on the paper, and I was like, why would I have ever like thought about that? I did, and here's the thing: I used the blacklight on this paper, but I guess I just kind of like didn't realize that was there because it's so strange.
Yep.
Like, it's in just such an obscure little area that I wouldn't have noticed it. So that was in there. We had the framed group photo where when I took the photo out, it had the contract in the back of it. Contract that was different from the contract that we had gotten in the box originally.
Yep.
And then in that contract, in that photo, we noticed that it's kind of like it's folded, so you can't see somebody in the photo. The person you can't see in the photo is Dean. We also learned that Dean is a horrendous singer.
Yeah, he's not good.
That's neither here nor there.
He did jingle work. He was not an opera singer, was rumored.
Right. And then, of course, with the band contract, you notice that the initials were in different places on the different contracts, like different people were signing in different spots. And then, of course, in the hidden contract that we found, there was a huge change to the life insurance where, like, originally it was that each of the singers had to get their own life insurance and that nobody would help them pay for it. But now the studio helps pay a portion of it. And their money, if they spend money on something, then they need to be able to make that money back by working for the company within a certain amount of months. It was really strange. Basically, from that box, we basically find out that one of the guys is dating somebody.
Yeah. I know.
One of the guys is dating Rachel. That's really what we learned from that box. Nothing like super crazy. So today we get box 3. Let me switch over to evidence screen. Okay, perfect. I switched on over to the evidence screen, and the first thing I will put up on the screen is the letter from Shannon.
Shannon.
It is very long.
With the Just for Fun header.
Just for Fun fan club.
I was gonna say, did the house from last time pop up first?
It did.
I just see the thing. I'm like, hey, y'all go back and listen to that episode. That was fun. Oh my God. Okay, so Just for Fun fan club. Hey, investigator. I still can't believe Rachel was dating one of the guys back then. I mean, sure, they spent a lot of time together working, but she seems so, well, I can't even imagine which member she might have been dating. But hey, you really went the extra mile, and that's exactly the sort of help I was looking for. I need to let you know, I went a little further with my own investigating. Great, Eden Nutter.
Oh, just what she did was real nuts.
No, it just seems like the deeper we get, the more questions need answering. And you're willing to do so much to find answers. I figured I should be willing to do more, whatever it takes. Oh, good, no. So I went to Jake's parents' house. Fucking nuts.
Because that's not something crazy.
You seem crazy, Shannon. But look, Mrs. Morgan was super sweet and willing to help. Yeah, because we're both sitting here going, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I barely even had to lie to her about who I was. I just kind of showed up, knocked on the door, and said I was some kind of journalist. Let's be real. If I had pulled out my J4F fan club ID, she would have slammed the door in my face. But as soon as I told her I was writing a story about Jake, she led me right to a whole bunch of memorabilia from his days in the band. She's clearly been spending a lot of time in his old room, which broke my heart. That's part of why I don't feel too bad about not being 100% truthful. As long as we catch the killer, this little lie will be worth it. Eventually. It's fucking illegal, you nutter. I found all kinds of stuff in his room, stuff I never would have dreamed of seeing before. Not all of it left me with a warm, fuzzy feeling, if I'm being honest. Okay, the journal pages. Here Jake is on his first tour with the guys, playing shows all over the country, and he spends all of his time in his journal complaining. That might be harsh, but it really surprised me. I included it so you could come to your own conclusions. It looked like he kept a lot of random things from the old days. I found some handwritten lyrics to Jake's first solo single just sitting between some boxes, like it was just an old piece of paper. Oh, and the bracelet I actually recognize. I've seen him wearing it in a few photos back then. Just letting you know, some of this I wanted so badly to hold on to for my collection. Yeah, we know you nut. But the investigation comes first, of course. Just treat it all like gold for me, okay? I had to sneak this stuff out to even get it to you. Also, Shannon, what the fuck? That's called stealing. I found a USB drive, but it has a locked folder called Old Chat Logs. I guessed as many passwords as I could think of, but I had no luck. It's uploaded to the desktop if you want to take a crack at it. The password to our case folder is back2 school, SKOOL. This time, though the desktop password is still Porter. When you figured out the Old Chat Logs folder password, let me know so I can see whatever's in there too. Send it to me in a message through the contact shortcut and make the subject line secrets. Oh, also, see if you can figure out which of the guys Rachel was dating and let me know in the same message. I'm excited to see what you make of everything. You keep finding crazy details, and we need a lot more of those if we're going to solve this thing. Shannon.
Okay,
Can we stop working with Shannon?
She's nuts. So let me
in our house.
start this by saying, one, was it not obvious that she was dating Gabe at that point?
I thought so. I thought so because for sure I thought Gabe was secretly dating Jake.
Right. But then we find out the letter is from Rachel, so is it not totally obvious?
Because it's written to Gabe, yeah?
Yeah.
Hello? I think so.
Okay. That's just my first thought there. Anyway. Yeah. So on the desktop, we do get the old chat logs folder. As she says, it's password protected. I have no idea what the password is, so that's there. I also, just for funsies, went back to the website just to check the thread. So they do update the thread every box, just so you guys know.
Okay, that's neat.
The reason why the password is Back to School is because Back to School is the name of Jake's first solo album.
Boy. Okay.
Which I then realized because in the forums it says Back to School is still a modern classic. Just wanted to state my eternal appreciation for that album. Periodic reminder that Jake is an iconic genius.
Really?
Yes. So Mrs. Fontes 24 says, I mean, that's not a very controversial opinion here.
We all love him.
Right. Lust for Fun says, hell yeah. Roller Coaster 420 says,
really?
Yeah, I don't know. It says IDK. I always thought the stuff from J4F was a little more. They sound so much better when they're all together, you know. Then Archangel says, rip Jake. I know there's a bunch of other threads on this already, but I wanted to give people another place to talk about what happened with Jake. We're all super fans and we all love the music and the band and the boys in it. So this should be a space where we can all help each other out and deal with what happened. Brian says, yeah, that really sucks. What a horrible way to go. Hope his family's doing all right. Honey Arcade says, rip Jake, we'll miss you. Love to Revolt says, it sucks, but shouldn't we be trying to move on? Like you said, this forum is full of these kinds of threads. Let's just let it rest. Archangel says, yeah, I get it, but it's not cool to be so abrasive about it. Jake was like a close friend to a lot of us. Imagine telling this to someone who lost a friend. And Love to Revolt goes, a friend? He was a celebrity who had no idea you existed. He lived in a totally different world, and not to be that person, but I heard he was kind of a diva.
I mean, he was.
Jake's fan 444 says, don't you talk about my husband.
This is totally a Hanson chat board. I've seen this shit before.
Love to Revolt says, it's just the truth though. Everybody likes to talk about singers and actors and stuff are misunderstood, but apparently the band members treated their staff super horribly, made them do all the work while they just sat around. Brian says, that's the staff's job, my dude. It's what they get paid for. If they didn't have managers and roadies and stuff, how would they get anything done? Have you ever picked up one of those big pyro cannons? They're freaking heavy. You think they're gonna make the band do that? You're stupid. Love to Revolt says, it wasn't just that. I heard Jake went solo because the other guys couldn't stand him, and he was greedy and always thinking about money, stuff like that. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they were happy they don't have to deal with him anymore.
Ooh, that's fucked up.
Archangel says, where did you hear that? That sounds like a blatant rumor. Actually, it seems more like slander at this point. At Mod, can we get this person banned, please? And Dryan says, damn, disrespect the dude's memory much? He just died. Lay off, man. Love to Revolt says, I'm just saying that someone who makes good music can also be a shitty person. That's all.
Jackson.
So...
R.I.P.
That's all that's in there right now.
Well, that's a chit chat. If we know anything, the fans know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, good.
All right. So next thing to have a look see at is let's look at the lyric.
Okay.
Why not? So
I just went through some journal entries. So the Love and War?
Yes, Love and War. Go ahead, Ange. This is all you. Go ahead and read those lyrics
You
for
guys,
me.
you need to be in the Discord for this shit so y'all can see this crap even better. Love and War, November 22nd, 2002. Spoken. I've always been a lover, not a fighter. But with you? Verse 1. Girl, you always lash out without warning. We forgive each other in the dead of night, but then you're gone by morning. Pre-chorus. What am I supposed to do when what's bad for me looks as good as you? You're a fighter in both love and war, and I'm finally calling your bluff. You're a nightmare that I can't ignore, but I'll never ever get enough. Needs chords. Verse 2. Baby, despite it all, I see the heart you're concealing. That's what keeps me going. And girl, the one thing I'll never fight is this feeling. Back to the pre-chorus. What am I supposed to do when what's bad for me looks as good as you? You're a fighter in both love and war, and I'm finally calling your bluff. You're a nightmare that I can't ignore, but I'll never ever get enough. Bridge, you say you're sorry, but it doesn't matter anymore. I've lost every battle and you're winning the war. Needs chords. Then you go back to that chorus. What am I supposed to do when what's bad for me looks as good as you? You're a fighter in both love and war, and I'm finally calling your bluff. You're a nightmare that I can't ignore, but I'll never ever get enough. Back to, yeah, I'll never get enough. You're welcome.
I need to know who they paid on the Hunter Killer staff to write these lyrics. My God. That was the cheesiest thing I think I've ever read.
It's the worst. And it has to be so much instrumental music to fill that in to make it a full song.
Right.
It's just not
awful.
Boy. Now, that paper that it's on, does it have little like blue lines kind of going in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. And none of this reacts with the black light? Because I'm seeing off to the side, you guys, is a little puzzle. In case y'all haven't caught that, there's definitely some kind of, there's something in there that we got to solve. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of code. Enough, tough, rough stuff, huff, buff. Ugh. What all rhymes with enough?
That's basic.
Tough.
Nothing that I'm seeing.
Okay.
Nothing that I'm seeing.
And then I was going to say the box is off to the side. I'm guessing those are chords that you would play?
Yeah, they're chords.
Like on a guitar? That's finger placement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
Don't ask me what chords these are. I don't play the guitar, but.
Y'all, I was going to say, can't sight read for shit. That's why I was like, I'm not going to pretend to sing notes.
Hey,
I don't know what
guy.
this
is. Can you read
Yeah,
this?
you guy. You do music. Get over here. Write us a theme song. Make this our theme song.
What are these chords? A, E minor, F sharp.
Okay.
I was gonna say, could that be the B7? Yeah. Okay. So that's probably B7. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Stupid blacklight. They should give me a bigger one.
You're like, why is this so tiny
Where's the
and
bigger
specific?
Blacklight?
Oh, not part of the box though.
Use blacklight? You're doing. I set it to purple. Is this a blacklight? Okay. Interesting. Anyway.
So I was just saying, here's the thing: we don't know if that is a code right now, or if that's literally him just writing
later. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just writing the chords out. That.
Yeah, but I don't know if it
That sounds like it could be important later.
Yeah.
Hold that thought, because it sounds like a code, but we're just not at a
hold
part
on to
where we
that,
need a code
yeah.
yet.
And then of course, enough tough rough stuff buff bluff.
Lovely. Now,
Those
was that
things.
just in the box by itself? It's just song lyrics.
Yeah, it was just the song lyrics.
Okay. Oh God, there's a fanzine.
In the bottom corner. Yeah. Anyway, where am I?
So I was gonna say, we're going through the box. We went through the letter from what's her name. Now we have looked at the lyrics, and what we're trying to send her is who is dating who and the password for the thing.
Yeah.
Who is Rachel dating and the password
we
to get
already
into
know
the old
who
chat
Rachel
logs.
is dating, so I'm not worried about that.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's what I was gonna ask. So the photo that's in here, was that within something or
So
what?
I'll pop that.
Okay.
So this photo was not in something, it was just in the box.
Yeah, I would guess she's not dating Jake.
So it's clearly a continuation of the last photo. Is this the second box?
Also, that girl's too young to be their manager.
Thank you.
Sorry. Their manager needs to be
So
at least 15 years older than them.
it's clearly a continuation of this photo because you can see this one right here.
Yes.
Focus on that. But it connects at the bottom down here.
Yes.
And you know they
And
go
the reason
they go together because on the back it says together forever GNR.
there you go.
The two photos go together.
Now, guys, that last part was cut off, the whole forever part. So we didn't see that. We just saw all these pictures of these boys sitting together.
And it said
saying
together. So I thought.
So we immediately decided that they were dating.
They were together. They're dating. And that's fine. I already decided that, and that's my decision. And it's final.
Yep. Yep. That part, we've shipped them. That's permanent.
Yeah, so that's not changing. So anyway, that's that.
So we knocked that out. What is this bracelet that she had talked about?
Okay, let me get on that. I was just checking the black light on this photo.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Always check everything with the black light.
Yes. And in case you guys didn't see the back of that photo, there it is. Forever. G and R.
Forever.
So we know who's dating.
For sure. It's Gabe. Yes.
Okay. What did you ask me about? Bracelet. All right.
The bracelet.
So here is a bracelet. This is a jelly bracelet.
Yep.
It is for the Rising Youth Charity.
Okay.
Whatever that is. But as you guys can...
Is there a website for them?
No. Oh, not that I've seen.
I was gonna say, did they make a fake website for this? If you go to Rising Youth Charity and there's a picture of Jake Morgan in a rest in peace, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No. But it's a real thing.
Oh God.
The Rising Youth. It's a foundation, not a charity. Rising Youth is headquartered in Orlando, Florida.
Wow. Interesting. Interesting.
They are within the Mental Health Association, in case.
Oh.
That was interesting. I didn't know that was going to be a real thing. Very cool. So, nice. As you guys can kind of see from this photo, there's obviously something written on the inside of this.
Yes.
What it means, I don't know.
No. So that's a 7?
Yes, it's a 7. O equals I.
To 5 plus Dom 2 multiplied by 2. Okay. So I'm gonna bet you that's the password.
Yeah.
But we got to figure out how to solve that through.
And I have no idea because there's like nothing that even remotely gives me an idea of what this is.
Oh shit! Like his journal entries, nothing.
I read through the journal
Let's
entries,
see.
but it really doesn't give me anything.
No. Okay, what's this one that's like number 1 is the Just for Fun backwards, 2 is a 4 backwards, 3 is a microphone.
That was
Like,
just
is
for
that-
funsies. That's a tattoo sheet that they sent me, you guys. They gave me tattoos.
I love it. I love it. That's real cute.
Yeah, it's just for funsies. They sent me tattoos, and they're like legit tattoos. Like I can like take them and like do the water thing, and they'll stick on my arm. So just for funsies, you guys.
Oh, because look, there's a 7 in this code, and that's a rose. So rose, there's not a 0.
No, but
there is a 5, which is a star.
Hold on a second.
0 equals I to star plus Dom. And then the 2 is the number 4. I'm just spitballing.
It's Rise to Stardom. Rise to Stardom.
Because the O equals an I.
4.
R-I-S-E 2 star.
Rise to Stardom 4.
O-M. Yep.
You did it, Angela!
Look, we solved it.
Rise to... Let's see if it works.
That's so funny. Y'all, this is the first time I've had Big Brain, Rigid Brain.
Yes! Rigid Brain and...
First time ever. Yes. I'm smart. This is record time, too. It's only 8:48. We're still going to go through the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, we are definitely going through the rest of the box. Just because. That was a while that we figured that box out. We've been live for 45 minutes, and we solved the third box.
Hell yeah.
Okay, what is in the chat logs? Chat log number 1.
Good. Feeling real fancy right now.
This one is from Saturday, December 23rd at 11:33 p.m. This is 2006.
Okay.
And this is to... Is it to? No, this is somebody writing to him.
Oh, he didn't die till 2019.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, what year did he die in? Okay.
So this message is from Tatum, T-A-T-E-M-O Dern.
Okay.
And it says, hey, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I could really use a friend right now. Oh, so this is from him to somebody. That's not the way that instant messages are supposed to look. I would know. I had AIM. Okay, and that's not the way instant messages look. So he's writing this to hey, Tate Modern or whatever it is. Hey, Hey, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I could really use a friend right now. Things haven't been going great for me since the band split, and I was hoping I could ask you a favor. I know you're busy, so I understand if you don't have time for me, but I'd really appreciate it if we talk. So maybe this is from somebody to him.
Huh. Okay, keep going.
The second one.
And there's no way to share this on this screen, right?
No.
That's okay.
I wish there was. I'll figure it out soon. I'll figure it out, guys.
We'll figure it. Yeah.
This one is from Tuesday, January 2nd of 2007 at 1:02 a.m. Hey, just so you know, I don't hold any of that stuff from before against you. Water under the bridge. I could really use some help right now. Trying to turn things around and get healthy, but I can't do it by myself. You owe me that much at least. Who am I kidding? you don't think you owe anything to anyone. Golden Boy never does wrong. Sorry.
Fuck. You could take a screenshot, save it to your desktop, and upload it in the thing.
Upload them, yes.
You're good.
And then Monday, March 10th of 2008, there's another set of messages. Sorry I left things like that last time. I didn't mean all that stuff. It's just having a hard time staying positive. I'm not okay. It keeps getting worse. I don't know what to do. You've been doing so well. So I thought maybe you'd want to pay it forward and help out a friend who's really struggling. Do you even consider me a friend? Really going to keep ignoring me? Why won't you answer your phone? This is serious.
So this is after he started his solo career. Okay. Shit.
It's from Marcus.
Okay. That makes sense.
Right?
It's gotta be.
Marcus,
right?
That's his last name, right? Tate?
Yes.
Okay, so then yeah, they're from Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus Tate.
Yeah, so they're from Marcus.
Tate. Yes.
So Marcus is having a really shitty, hard time, and Jake is just ignoring the fuck out.
Okay.
That's
and
what
this is what year? 2008?
From 2006 to 2008. Because the first message is Christmas Eve 2006. Then the January 2nd of 2007, and then March 10th of 2008.
Okay.
So that's all that's in there. That's all that's in the messages.
Ooh. Okay. So I was gonna say the rest of this evidence. Do you want to read the raccoon thing?
Yeah. So
because you always still have evidence. Like there's a whole fanzine and shit.
So this is a magazine article that we got. A newspaper article that we got. I took a picture of it, and you can clearly see the keyboard coming through it. It's fine. That is the first side. What's the second side? Second side looks like this. There's like a raccoon up here and kinds of stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna read the raccoon article just for funsies.
Thank you.
Let me turn this. Raccoons repeatedly rain terror on Tinseltown by Bill Griffin. A woman attempting to take a selfie with a raccoon was the latest victim of rodent rampage in Los Angeles. Though she escaped with minor injuries, she is being treated for potential rabies exposure, as are all who come in contact with the furry friends. This is the fourth raccoon-related incident in Hollywood area recently. It began late last month, when comedian Devin Barks shared a live video that depicted his encounter with a raccoon. In the video, Barks stated the animal shot at him with a finger gun, then vanished into the bush.
Sure.
Most fans thought it was a joke until Animal Control reported additional rabid raccoon incidents. Fortunately, it seems necessary to remind our readers, if you see any animals behaving strangely, do not approach them, and call either Animal Control or 911 immediately, but only if it is a real incident. Hear that, you guys? Don't fuck with the raccoons.
That woman would totally... No, that woman would totally be me. Going, come here, friend. Come here. Let's just take a quick selfie.
Yeah. I got chased by a raccoon once.
Really? Was it the cutest chase? No.
No, that bitch was coming. It was broad daylight. It was like 1:00 in the afternoon, and I'm walking outside of my dorm room. And I literally get to like a hall to like walk to exit the building. And I'm walking through, and there's the raccoon, and I look at the raccoon looks at me and full force sprint towards me, and I was like, oh hell no.
There's something wrong with you. You shouldn't be out during the day.
Yeah, you shouldn't be out during the day, and you shouldn't be chasing me. Anyway, I got back to my dorm room and shut the door, and I could hear the raccoon scratching at the door, and I was like, nah, dog.
That's terrible. He just wanted to come in for a snickety snack.
Yeah.
Here I am going, you want peanut butter? Hold on. Jesus.
They have thumbs and shit who's probably trying to open my front door.
We know that we have some kind of raccoon or something in our backyard because we have my in-laws bought for us for Christmas a covered swing. You sat on it, right? At my house? Yeah. It sits in the backyard. And the other day we went out in the morning and there's little paw prints, little muddy paw prints on the thing. Like it reached up, it got itself on the seat, hung out for a little bit and then left.
That used to happen in my car all the time. I was so pissed one day. Came out, not this car, back in the day. I came out and I looked at the hood of my Xterra and there were a bunch of like scratch marks on the hood of my Xterra and I'm like, what the hell is that? So then I'm like looking and I see on the windshield there are like paw prints. So it looks almost like maybe the raccoon was like on top of the car and then it got to the windshield and then it just slid. It's like, because it was like paw print, and then it was like paw print that looks like it's sliding, and then it was just like. It went for a ride.
Good job.
Good job, wildlife. Yes. This second article is called, what was it, Forza Crowd. This is by Greg Donner. Award-winning actress Jasmine Lawrence filed for divorce from her director husband, Jonathan James, the Crowd, over the weekend. Yeah. According to documents obtained by STB, Ford planned on leaving Lawrence for another actress, Patricia Portland, though he didn't tell this to the woman he thought was his mistress.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. After 6 months of meeting and correspondence with Portland for their much-anticipated epic, The History of the Earth, Ford packed up all his belongings and drove from Los Angeles to Portland's Seattle home, where he was met by the smoldering raised eyebrow of her husband, professional wrestler Dane Johnson. Reportedly, the confusion was settled amicably, and there was no need for Johnson to execute his famous finishing technique, the rock slide.
Oh, stop it. Here's the guys at Jennifer Lawrence and Natalie Portman, and here's this guy, Mr. Four, the rock.
Ford and Lawrence's relationship was apparently strained before Ford's attempted infidelity. Lawrence has been vocal about Ford's emotional state in the wake of the extremely negative reception of his latest film, Pater.
I don't know.
It means father, but I don't understand why. Okay, anyway. Huh? I know.
But that. Yeah.
Pater. It's all he would talk about. Lawrence told STB he'd go to work and do interviews, come home and read reviews for it, and then talk about it before bed. It was his whole life. After a while, he completely forgot I existed. Sucks.
Can I read this article? The one, Jake Morgan is more of a diva than ever. And I was gonna say, is there highlighter stuff on the top of that? What's on that article?
No, it's our keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Our keyboard glows, so
I was like, this is so fancy.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, this is by Tamara Zabrowski. Jake Morgan is back to his over-the-top diva antics. The teen heartthrob turned singer-songwriter temporarily reunited with his career-launching boy band just for fun, and not everyone in the industry was happy to hear it. A source close to the band reveals Jake's ongoing penchant for perfectionism has hurt their reunion concert efforts. Quote, I thought it was bad before, but I had no idea. He's been making insane demands left and right, and he'll throw a fit if things aren't done his way. According to our source, Jake requires a separate rehearsal trailer from the rest of the band and monopolizes the venue staff's time with petty requests. He will stop rehearsal to demand back massages, hot towels, overly specific and convoluted coffee orders, and to hear updates on the like count of his latest social media post. He claims, quote, he claims it's all to help him perform better, the source says, but then he messes up even a little bit and he loses it. He likes to take out his anger on the staff, usually by yelling and breaking things. It's worse when he's drunk. It can even get dangerous. Apparently, Even if the staff meets his sky-high standards and survives his violent outbursts, he won't make it worth their time. Quote, he's notorious for underpaying his team, even those that have been with him for years, the source told STV. This is a warning. Avoid working with him at all costs. Jake has no shortage of people willing to come forward about who he is out of the spotlight. Since the unexpected split of J4F, stories about Jake's high-maintenance demands have continued to surface, detailing a decade of his performing and partying. You may remember the infamous insider report from the time he, quote, checked out of a relationship with hotel heiress Barcelona Bilston in 2004. One of Jake's former assistants came forward saying, quote, Jake called me at 2 a.m. telling me to professionally cremate the belongings of Miss Bilston left in his apartment. When I couldn't immediately fulfill the request, he fired me. Despite his many publicized tantrums, his fans have been nothing but loyal to the artist over the years, claiming that he is just misunderstood. In the meantime, we can all keep our eyes peeled for more tales from temps who will be working with Jake Morgan as J4F finds themselves in the limelight again. So he is kind of a pain in the ass.
I was just thinking about the Barcelona Bilton thing because it's Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton.
Yo, they're fucking me up with these.
Barcelona Bilton. Paris
I love
Hilton.
it. Paris Hilton. I love it. You guys. Okay. Next. Basically, all that taught us is that he's just a big old baby, but we already knew that. All right, I will start reading the journal entries. So these are the journal entries that Shannon found while she was snooping.
Shannon stole from his grieving mother when she lied about being a reporter. She just borrowed them. She'll give him back at his funeral. Hey, I took these. These need to go back in the casket.
Yeah. All right. So, thoughts. This is from November 9th? Yeah, November 9th of 2002. I'm starting to feel like I'm the only one who's really trying to put on a good show. Everyone else is just using this tour as an excuse to screw around. Someone is spending all his time with Sarge, and, like, I get it, she's hot, but seriously. You shouldn't be leaving in the middle of rehearsal. Goddamn, Ollie needs to chill with the jokes. I've seriously had it with the immature BS. Yesterday, he put glitter in my blow dryer. My goddamn blow dryer. It took so long to get rid of it all. What the hell? That's really... Okay, like, it's funny, but that's also fucked up. Like...
Yes, it is. And also kind of a fire hazard.
Well,
good job, Ollie.
November 20th of 2002. Their first stop in LA. Huge deal. I know it's going to be fun, but it's so freaking exhausting. Between traveling constantly, performing, and meeting all the fans, we're just crunched. But instead of working harder, the guys are just getting high on the fame while doing almost nothing. Gabe and Marcus mispractice because apparently they're doing some hush super secret songwriting. Gabe doesn't write, so he probably went to Marcus with some idea he wanted to collab on. They want to work on something on the side, that's totally fine, but right now we don't have that kind of time. Marcus even told me he didn't have time to write on tour. Guess that was a lie. Sounds like a baby to me. I don't know.
Yep. Like, honey, just sit down and have an honest conversation with your friends.
November 21st of 2002. Thought more about yesterday. I mean, is that what that says?
Yeah, I mean, comma. I get it.
It's wild when you're on stage and literally thousands of people who are there just to watch you. A huge crowd of girls screaming your name. Dope. But we need to be more focused on the performance. Fans only really care about us putting on a good show. Why write something that XR is just gonna chop up in the studio anyway? I'm sure Marcus likes the writing credit, but Pete's probably just throwing him a bone so he doesn't complain. Meanwhile, I'm not going to demand a guitar solo just because I like playing guitar. I'm here to sing and want to be the best at it. You guys picked Dean as never mind. I kind of
right?
feel like the guys are just screwing up my big chance at this point.
Are they? They're doing it.
They're
to you?
screwing up his big.
This is all happening to you.
Yes, that's how it works.
Stussies. Page of Stussies. Good.
Where are we
Those are
next?
some of my favorite little
Okay.
things to doodle.
Next. This is from January 14th of 2003. Started recording for the new album. I've been eager to sing some new material, and to be honest, the melodies are pretty tight. Dean did our guide vocals again, and they're alright except for the damn ad-libs. He did this on the first album too. It's just annoying. We don't need guides for that shit. Especially not when he'll forget to take them out. And the mixers don't know whose voice is whose, so they're just like, yeah, sounds great. Dean's voice doesn't sound like ours at all. Morons. This guy's an asshole. Like,
Wow.
at least we caught that mistake before the first album went to press. Definitely not letting that happen again.
So it sounds like Dean, the vocal coach, is trying to get his voice on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
February 11th of 2003. Our vocals suck. That's just the end of that.
That's.
We've had to record the same lines over and over for hours just to get a decent take. It's driving me insane. They keep trying to tell me it's all just a part of the creative process, but screw that. We didn't have this trouble with Ultraviolet. We busted that thing out in like a month, but we've already had a month with this one, and we're barely halfway through recording. Never mind all the time it'll take for XR to magically make this shit sound good. I seriously need to complain, like professional. Is that even a thing for us? I'd go to Pete, but I know he'd just pull the old buy me a few drinks and brush the issue aside technique. He always tries to butter people up by taking them to their favorite bar or restaurant to do business. Fancy dinners don't solve real problems. I'll have to handle this another way.
Okay. Peter, got it. I have to keep looking at my chart. Yeah.
So, I mean, that article said that he was kind of a drunk, but like at the same time, I mean, Peter is taking him out to drink every time he has something to complain about.
Yeah.
But we also know that he might have had a drinking problem because he was the only one who had whiskey in their
list of shit.
Yeah, in their list of shit that they needed. And he like needed whiskey in his dressing room at all times. Anyway.
Good God. I'm trying to imagine what I would demand in my dressing room. Peanut butter M&Ms. Corn dogs.
Yeah, Ange can't live without corn dogs, you guys.
I love me a corn dog, y'all. What was it? Season 1 corn dog casserole?
Corn dog casserole.
Get on that. It's so good. You know, you can take a little hot dog, put it in the middle of a corn muffin, put that in a little muffin thing, and you can put some mustard on that. I need to. Yeah. Anyway.
February 27th of 2003. God, I'm so pissed at myself. I can't believe I let that slip during recording today. I really messed up. Is he going to tell? It's not like it's weird to mention. It's just a thing people dream about. Maybe he'll just think I was complaining. We fight all the time. This shouldn't be any different. He wouldn't tell the others. Plus, it was Rachel.
So did he let slip during recording that Rachel and Gabe are dating?
Either that or like when he said it's just a thing people dream about, I would maybe think that he let slip that he is going to start recording his own music because this is the year that he starts.
That's true. Okay, but something dramatic happened on. Something slipped out on, that was February
27th.
27.
And then we see that he practiced his signature. His handwriting is horrendous.
Yeah, that's not good. I would be going with initials.
Yeah, that's not that. You haven't learned how to write in cursive. It's too late.
It's not. Yeah. And then the rest, okay, so I had a question. So the next thing is the fanzine.
Mm-hmm.
What is this drawing where each one of them has an eye and an eyebrow really like dark focus?
I don't know. Let me
And is there anything hidden on that sheet? Because that stood out. I'm like, why is this like this?
You know, I really didn't
like,
get this really hard.
Here's the other thing. The 3 other guys, it's all their left eyes. Jake, it's his right eye.
I don't know. Maybe that's just the way it came out, because it doesn't look like that on here. Like, it's not as intense on here.
Okay. Because, yeah, this copy, man, ooh, their eyes, like, it looks like it's drawn with dark black ink and the rest is all
Yeah, that's
lighter
super
ink.
Interesting. I don't know why it did that. That's weird.
Oh, weird.
But this is the Just for Fun fanzine.
By fans and for the fans.
From October of. So first page
they have
here.
10 staff members.
Huh?
They have 10 staff members for this little fanzine. That's so cute.
Who are we? We're Just for Fun fanzine by the fans for the fans, created by Joe Silva in 2001. We've grown to include 10 staff members. You can call us that. Our mission is to foster a fun and welcome community of fellow fans. Because we don't take charge, we rely on occasional donation from fans like you to keep our bi-monthly zine going. So next time you see one of us at the concert, give us a little if you.
That's so funny because this is all pre like PayPal and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the upcoming concerts. They're going to be in Orlando on October 18th. This is all O2. Then they go to Miami, Jackson, Houston, El Paso, Tulsa, Albuquerque, Denver, St. Paul, Chicago.
So they went Orlando, Miami, and Jackson, Mississippi.
That's what I was guessing. I would have started that tour at Miami.
Yeah, Orlando, Miami, Jackson, Mississippi, Jackson, El Paso, Tulsa, Albuquerque, Denver, St. Paul, Chicago. Really doesn't make any sense why they did say.
They also didn't have a Halloween show, so fuck these guys. Y'all could have had a good thing. And then fan art.
I just had a weird thought because I was thinking about his journal entries, but I realized that those started in November.
Mm-hmm.
But late November. Because.
Yes.
So after Chicago, they went to LA.
Okay.
I was just looking at the tour dates because I was like, but they said they were in LA.
Uh-huh.
But okay, so after Chicago, they went to LA. Okay.
Wow. I was going to say, if you want to throw up pictures and stuff, I'm going to read this Mystery of the Fifth Member by Jesse Blake.
You start reading. So just pop up the fan art.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we've had a huge outpouring about this over our last couple of issues, and I know I have to talk about the fifth member. Personally, I'm not a believer in that particular theory, although don't get me started on the moon landing. But I feel like I have to mention it to placate people. So maybe there was going to be a fifth member. Maybe there wasn't. Who knows at this point? We just have to put it down. Let it go and think that maybe this is one question that's not going to be answered because the band is pretty great, exactly as it is. And then what are the fours for? It's no secret that after signing, the boys got matching tattoos to celebrate their success. Regrets. All number 4 is on different places on their bodies. Ollie's is over his heart. Jake is on his arm. Marcus and Gabe on their shoulders. In Friends for Life, they even sang about the experience. But some fans have theorized the tattoos mean more than just the number of the guys in the band and the bond that keeps them together. The number 4 repeats often throughout Just for Fun, with 4 members in the band, obviously, and 4 singles, including on the radio, so far. But what if it means more? Could the number indicate 4 music videos for the next album? 4 albums total for Just for Fun? Hopefully not 4 years between albums. Some people have even theorized it was deliberate on the part of the boys to debunk their mythical 5th member, of which there is still no definitive answer. The only way to know for sure is to keep digging. Or how about it was just a cute thing to do and they're doing a lot of plays on it. Y'all are overthinking this. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I just think it's interesting that Jake is the only one who shows his.
Yeah. All the rest, they're hidden. Jake's is on his arm. And then there are fan mail. As usual, Joe's P.O. box was overflowing with letters to share in this latest issue. We can only fit 2 this time around, but remember, keep sending your thoughts and stories, and one day you might be featured. Inspired to start writing my own songs by Trevor, DC. I always thought about trying to write, but I never thought I could actually do it. It was one of those dreams people talk about all the time, saying they're going to go on vacation to Paris or actually ask for that raise. Maybe I'll do it someday. Well, I actually did it. I listed the guy's album and listed. It says listed to the guy's album. And over the weekend, I filled up an entire notebook with song lyrics. It's something. I don't know if any of my songs are actually good, but I think the point is that the band really gave me the strength to try in the first place. Jesus, especially Marcus. Everybody started somewhere, even them. So we're back at Marcus with this songwriting shit.
Talk about Marcus a lot, you guys.
Yep. Bad Eggs by Tracy and Maine. It's come to my attention that there are some bad eggs out there, some people who are giving honest, normal fans like us a bad reputation. I guess that happens with everything. It's always the angriest people who are the loudest, no matter what the thing is. Sports, politics, whatever. You see it with everything, really, but I feel like I need to step up and say something about it. I've heard stories of these crazy people doing weird stuff, like trying to find the boy's home address, or rumors that they want to sell some of their clothing like people did with Paul McCartney. You guys have really got to chill out with that stalker shit. People are going to start thinking we're all completely nuts.
Shannon?
It's over already. I know it sucks, doesn't it? As always, our zine will be back in 60 days. In the meantime, get out there, see a concert, play a song, do whatever. Just remember, have fun.
And that's Marcus on the back.
Uh-huh. That's so funny.
Love it. I really love it. Okay.
That's everything.
No, it's...
Is it? Like, what did we miss?
Our lovely napkin.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
that's right.
that thing in the article about the 5th member? You guys remember that? You guys...
Oh, yeah.
We, just talked about it just a second ago. Yeah. Anyway, on this napkin here, we have a makeshift contract that says, I, Peter Bowman, officially signed Dean Castillo to Star Sign Entertainment's upcoming band. I'm gonna star. Signed, P. Bowman, CEO of Star Sign Entertainment, 6/15/97. So technically,
Dean was supposed to be
Dean was supposed to be 5th member.
How old is Dean compared to them, though?
Much older.
Right?
Like, these boys, I'm thinking, are probably 18.
Yeah.
At the time of this band starting, and Dean is probably 25.
Oh, he's the Kevin Richardson.
Yeah.
No.
So,
wow.
Funsy. I'm gonna
6/15/97 on napkin. Good. Okay. So we got to email. What's her ass?
Yes, and just for funsies, I'm gonna pull up the 2. This is. I'm gonna pull up the recap on this episode.
Okay. For this one we just did.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And we've had a few people chiming in and tuning back out. So hi, welcome. Thanks for watching. If you guys are watching us live on YouTube, great. Hi, hit that subscribe, ding that little bell. We'll be doing this again later. We also have other content that comes out usually Thursdays and then Mondays. So next Monday we are Hunt a Killer again, or are we back to stories?
Back to stories.
Back to stories. So we're doing mysterious deaths, that kind of thing. And if you missed the last one, go back and watch because that shit was good. And then you can find us on all of our social media, which is right now above us. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then YouTube, of course. Make sure that you like and subscribe. And if you find us on one of your favorite podcatchers, so you can just listen only instead of watching the videos, make sure that you subscribe and then rate and review so that other people can find us. And if you check out our Instagram, we have some cute little posts today. There's a behind the scenes of my dog doing her little dog things because it sounded like she was tap dancing underneath the bed. There's that. And then we have some other photos from behind the scenes from last Monday, Flip's new tattoo, and me in Norway. So go check that little feed out, please. And then, of course, if you would like to give us any tip money, because give us your money, we will use that toward wine and supplies like new microphones. And you can do that through our Patreon, or, if you know us personally, just give us some money. That would be great. But tips, please. And then we will have other content coming out that is YouTube exclusive later on. So make sure you're subscribed and buckle up. Thank you. What did you find? Why do you look confused?
Not Jake's handwriting.
Wait, on the journal?
Music.
Oh no. Is that...
See the music?
That's Marcus's music.
Yeah.
Look at you. Holy shit.
The A's are not the same.
Oh no.
Because Jake has those hideous looking A's.
And when was this song written also? Because it has a date, right?
What? He does those
2002.
Yeah, it's 2002.
So that's, and I have on the note, Marcus, 2002, riding with Gabe.
Yeah, those are gross looking A's. Yeah, and they started writing this song on November
22nd.
11th of, sorry, November 20th is when Jake starts bitching about the song. This song is written 11/22/02. So this song was written 2 days later.
Yup.
But
mm-hmm.
They're calling this Jake's song.
Yep.
But it's not. It's Marcus's song. This song was on Jake's album, though.
And this is Gabe writing about Rachel for sure. Based on her hateful letter to him.
So then
last
maybe
time?
that's the argument that they had on 2/27.
Oh, wow. Where he's saying something slipped out on the 27th.
Okay. So that was just and that was on the recap page, you guys. Just
okay.
Like, I was like, no, something is weird about that. It's not the right handwriting. But then it does say, like, this is not the right handwriting. We already read about the contract. If there's a specific person that they're asking about the tabloid, we did go over the tabloids, and basically the tabloid makes it seem like Jake is just a complete asshole.
Mm-hmm. But maybe not.
Maybe
he's going through a lot of shit and no one's there to support him.
They do have the fan publication where people are saying that is it possible that the information in the fan publication is more accurate than people believe. The photo booth photo, which we obviously
put together.
Tattoo sheet, which Ange big brained.
Thank you. First time ever.
We already looked at the chat logs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hold on a second.
Hold on. Holding for fun.
So if these chat logs are from Marcus to, I'm just trying to like put things together here.
Right.
These chat logs are from Marcus to Jake. One.
Are we for are we for sure they're to Jake and Jake didn't just steal these logs and has them?
No, it just says old chat logs.
Okay.
We don't really see who they're written to, but I would assume that they're written to Jake.
Right. Well, it's his bracelet, right? And it had the code inside of it. So, yeah.
So Marcus says, I'm trying to turn things around and get healthy.
What was wrong with you, Marcus?
I don't know, but when people say I'm trying to turn things around and get healthy, I like to think that person, I mean, you immediately think like this person's on drugs or something.
Yes. Well, and he was saying in his journal that they're all high on fame. But I was like, they're high on something else too?
Just trying to turn his life around and get healthy, but I can't do it myself. You owe me that much. So that would make sense as to why Marcus would maybe be so pissed off with Jake, because Jake gets famous off of music that he wrote.
Yeah. That makes sense for the you owe me. Also, just side note, Marcus is a Virgo. So let's just put that out there. He's a me. This isn't going to go well.
And then Marcus is, having a hard time staying positive. I'm not okay. Keep getting worse. I don't know what to do.
And Marcus was the first one originally brought into the band.
Yeah. See, now this recap says to pay attention to the times.
On the chat log?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Does it say what time?
The ones in March are like really early.
Like 7 a.m. or like 2 a.m.?
12:59, 12:59, 1 a.m., 3 a.m. Oh, these are the ramblings of a drunk person.
Okay.
You've been doing so well, so I thought maybe you'd want to pay it forward. You still consider me a friend. Why are you going to keep ignoring me? Why don't you phone?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Ramblings of a drunk person. Messages start at 1:02 a.m. on January 2nd and just go on till 5 a.m.
Oh, God.
And then...
Yeah, because normal people talk during the day.
Yeah. They're all kind of relatively... Probably like drunk text.
Ugh. Aren't you answering my messages? Because I'm a fucking asleep.
Thank you.
Because if you're anything like me, you put that phone on airplane mode when you go to bed, because any emergency that happens while I'm asleep, I can't handle it till the morning anyway. Can't get an airplane till the morning anyway. I'll find out in the morning.
Yeah, so clearly Marcus has some kind of health issue.
Shit.
Be
all right, let me put that on my note with him.
Clearly he's writing about. And then clearly the song that is about Gabe and Rachel. And obviously Marcus wrote the fucking song because Marcus is the only songwriter that actually the only actual songwriter they have.
Mm-hmm.
So the song was written about Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so what if, okay, hear me out. They get into an argument, maybe, okay, so what if Marcus finally shows, because 2003 date is like 2 months before they split up.
Okay.
So what if Marcus shows this song to Jake and is like, hey, what do you think about this? This is the song that me and Gabe were writing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he reads the song and he's like, I can't believe he wrote a fucking song about Rachel.
Ah. Yeah.
And then
I can't believe it slipped out on the set. Yeah. Uh-huh. I think so. Because that's the only thing that could, quote, slip out. Like, really, that would be, unless, like you were saying, it's him having a solo career and that slips out.
I think it's about the song.
Yeah.
So I'm sending this email to Shannon.
Hell yeah.
With secrets. And the pass is Rise to Stardom 4. And Gabe was Rachel. I'm not even being creative about it. I'm just like, take it.
Hi, you wanted answers? It's this.
Boom.
Yeah, here you go, Rachel. Give us some news.
So Rachel says, looking at these chat log of Rachel, what am I talking? Shannon says, looking at these chat logs made me feel horrible. I can't believe Jake would just ignore Marcus. Who leaves a friend in need hanging like that? And what was he even planning to do with these logs? Was he going to show them to someone, or did he keep them in case he ever felt like helping Marcus in the future? More importantly, why did Marcus need help? Hey, when did this article?
I just shut all my windows.
That's okay. September of 2019.
Oh, because it's talking about him reuniting with the band. No, what?
Hear me out.
Okay.
Who puts this information out here? Marcus having like secret meetings in the parking lot.
That's true. Because who is their informant that's close to?
What if Marcus is selling this information to the tabloids to get this money because Jake was a complete dick? Anyway. And then she says, more importantly, why does Marcus need help? Also, oh my god, I saw that photo and I can't believe Gabe and Rachel were dating, but Gabe isn't with her anymore, obviously, so I guess the relationship didn't work out for some reason. Speaking of it, it looks like we're learning more about Jake's relationship with the other guys and the staff. From what he wrote in his journal, it looks like he was having problems with everyone, but they all seem like legitimate issues, so you can't blame him for being angry.
Real
angry,
quick, though,
yes. Belligerent, no.
But also, it's clear that they're still not together. How so? Because isn't it their two stories that don't line up? Okay. Just I don't think there's anything obvious there, dear.
We might have learned some not so great things about Jake, but that doesn't mean I'll give up on solving his case. If anything, I want to learn more to get closer to the truth of his murder. I'll do that.
Next box.
I know, soon. It's probably in the mailbox right now. I haven't grabbed it yet.
I'm so excited.
So yeah, you guys, if you want to recap on any of that information, who can just go right on over to our Discord. If you need the link, just send us a message. I will send you the Discord link so you can recap on all of that information that we just went through. Of course, be sure to go back and watch episodes 1 and 2 of this series so that you can kind of get an understanding of what's going on with the story here. I don't know. I don't like Jake. I don't think Marcus killed the dude.
I don't think so either.
But I definitely think that he's selling his information to the tabloids because he needs money. I don't know what health problem it is that he has, but it sounds like he's probably got a fucking drinking problem.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't just angrily text people at 3 a.m. for no reason.
You know what's going to be a trip is if the fucking murderer is sweet little Ollie, who has no involvement whatsoever, and he's sitting here going, guess what?
In the Facebook group, and it's just so funny because, like, people are like, we haven't learned anything about Ollie, for one. Like, everybody's like, what's going on with Ollie? But then for 2, everybody's like, has anybody noticed that Gabe and Jake both explicitly say in their bios that they're looking for, like, a nice girl to take on a date? But Ollie and Marcus have not said anything like that.
Huh. That's true.
Also, just putting this out there, that it seems very strange that Ollie was so weird about his relationship with Ken, the stage manager.
That's true.
Like, why is he hanging out with Ken and not with
the
other band members? So that was a question that was raised by the group, the Facebook group, and I just thought that was funny. And I was like, yeah, that is true. Like, when I first read that, I was like,
of all the people. Well, and I'm sitting here going through all my little notes to see what all I know about Ollie.
Nothing.
There's nothing next to his name. I've got stuff next to everybody else, and it literally just says Ollie dash. And then you come on this other page with more notes. Fucking nothing next to Oliver Stewart.
There's nothing about him. We've learned nothing about him.
And I only know what he was. So he cast who first? Marcus? And then Marcus brought in Gabe.
Marcus brought in Gabe. Then they brought in Ollie. And then Jake was last.
And Ollie was... Hold on, where did I get this? It was on one of my notes. How did I even write down?
Ollie was a friend of Gabe.
No. Yeah, it just, I have Marcus first, Gabe second. Yeah. Marcus brought in Gabe, and then little Ollie just underneath. And I'm like, who are you? Like the cousin? I know nothing about you, dear.
So Marcus and Gabe are best friends.
Yeah, clearly.
They are. Marcus and Gabe are best friends, and I think Ollie was just a friend of Gabe's that they brought in, and then they did the Star Search talent thing. Brought Jake in.
Jake. But apparently, if you go back even further than that, Dean was
the first.
Because that was 97.
Yeah. So Dean was technically first.
Wow. Peter, what did you do? You started a shit show, bud.
And then the other thing that was raised, the other question that was raised in the Facebook group is, why are we performing in September and October for a one-time event in March?
Thank you. Thank you.
And I thought about that, and I went, I've been in shows that have rehearsed for a month and gone on, and y'all are out here, like, rehearsing months ahead of time for a one-time show.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, that's me going, the current show at CRT, it's like, we have 4 weeks of rehearsal for 1 weekend's worth of shows. 4 weeks to learn a huge play.
It just be like that. Like, you just do that kind of stuff, you know?
I'm sorry, we finally got our cast and they're all in town, so we have 4 weeks.
Like, it's just like that sometimes, you know? Like, you're just like...
I found another note about Ollie.
Okay.
Box 2, Hannah Banana in the chat said, I met Ollie at a liquor store.
That's right. She did say she met Ollie at a liquor store.
Of all the stores, instead you didn't meet him at a Whataburger. Sorry, a Burger King or something. You met him at a liquor store. Who's he? Is Ollie buying
Marcus.
liquor for somebody?
Marcus.
Yeah. Because that's my only other note about Ollie anywhere.
I mean, there's a good chance that they probably just all have drinking problems.
I would think.
Maybe
He
except
used
for
to be
Gabe.
a boy band.
Maybe except for Gabe.
Yeah. God, y'all need to try and look young and hot again. Quit drinking. For like a month. Just stop for a minute.
I just feel bad. I just feel bad for Ollie because, like, I just feel like nobody gives a shit about him. Okay, wait. Wild thought. Hold on. Pause. Okay. I had a thought.
Uh-huh.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I had a thought.
Mm-hmm. Which page? What?
Ollie hangs out with Ken, who is the stage manager.
Yes.
Ken would know how to set.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And all you have to do is push this one, and all of a sudden the star comes down. Stage manager also decides where the tacks on the, like where the markings, right, go on the stage. They would know if they're out of place. Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there.
Man,
because
I want to put a money bet on it being Ollie.
Because he does hang out with the stage people.
$5 it's Ollie.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying I could see it. Maybe. Might not be. I'm glad that your rehearsal went great today.
Yay! Yeah, y'all. Brittany's in the show.
I'm just saying that is a possibility. I just had that thought. I went, boop, it went in my head. And like, oh, that's the thought.
Yep.
Maybe.
I know. I guess we'll find out over the next 20,000 boxes. What do we have, like 4 left? How many come in a thing?
We have 3 left.
That's it? We haven't eliminated anybody.
6. I don't think we're supposed to, right? This is a difficult one. Like the cadence had us like eliminating suspects, and this one's just like, here's a little piece of information that might help you.
Yeah. There's some dark shit going on back here.
These people are fucked. But yeah, that's my thought. Is Ollie does hang out with the stage people a lot.
Yeah. Hey, I want those backstage photos. I really want for there to be something in that. Like Ollie sitting next to a button that says star. There's nothing.
No, but I'm just saying that's a little off to me.
Yeah.
Also, technically, Dean is the last person who saw what's his face alive. Jake alive.
Was Dean the first one on the phone to make the call?
No, Peter made the call, but Jake was already dead. The star had already crushed him.
Dean went to go get him tea.
Dean went to go get him tea because he and Dean were rehearsing, and then he was like, my throat hurts. Went to go get him tea.
I have your special lozenges and tea. Oh, God. Okay.
Face bitch.
And, I mean, if Dean was first member, technically, if we got rid of this star, Dean already knows all the music and all the choreography and everything. He could just step right in.
Fill in.
$5 on Dean.
All right, so those are where my brain's at right now. I'm like in between Ollie and Dean, but I don't know enough about Ollie right now. Like, I just don't have his, like, what is his motive?
Yeah. Nothing.
Maybe in the next 3 boxes we'll find some kind of motive for Ollie.
Yeah.
But like, what is his motive? But he had the opportunity.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ollie's like, if I could just get Marcus to quit drinking.
Right.
Here,
and
buddy, I'll go to the liquor store.
I also like to say that he has the opportunity to he had the opportunity because he heard the noise and didn't do anything about it.
Yes, kind of like maybe he was expecting that to happen.
Like, he like left with Ken and was like beep boop boop on the computer, and then
yeah.
So he definitely has the opportunity. Marcus and Dean have the motive, though.
Right?
And Gabe, he's too busy fussing over Rachel, and Rachel is too busy fussing over him. Like,
yeah. I remember back in the early aughts when we were in love. Yes. Let's do that again.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Remember when you were 18 and I preyed on you? It's literally what she said.
Yeah. Remember when your career depended on my happiness? Yeah.
Remember when I was just like every other management that you hear about in horror stories in Hollywood?
Yeah. Welcome to the reunion tour.
Yeah, right? Jesus fuck. All right, you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know you can always leave us a comment down below or slide on into our DMs where you can ask us just about anything or tell us things. I'd prefer if they were nice things. But, you know, whatever you feel like you need to say.
Yeah. If you could just send us compliments, that'd be real great.
Tell Ange that Seely looked great today.
Thank you. This cat. And when I wear this much black and his tail's just up on the side, I'm like, looks like I have a tail. Yeah. Looks like I have a tail.
And of course, you guys know to follow us on all of our social media. It's all down below us right there. Crush and Press Podcast on basically anything. And if it's not podcast, then it's just pod.
Yeah.
On basically anything. You can find us everywhere. Everywhere that you are, you'll find us.
Hey.
Joey's like, what? Not in a creepy way.
We're here. Peel that label off your water. We're in there.
Not in a creepy way, but you know what I mean.
We're inside your toothpaste tube.
Yeah.
Ask Siri about us.
Yeah, in the toothpaste tube. No, but you could probably ask Siri about us. I haven't done it, but you probably could.
Oh, yeah. See if Alexa will play us.
I'm an Alexa. Hey, Siri. Search for Crushed and Pressed Podcast.
Like, I need to know who's looking.
And guess what, you guys? If you search Crushed and Pressed Podcast using Siri, it'll come up with Apple Podcasts.
We're there.
And we're there.
Real.
Not to be confused with pressed, not crushed.
Stop it. Shaken, not stirred.
It's funny. It's like crushed and pressed. Also, pressed, not crushed.
Not crushed.
But she she's a she does motivational speaking. I don't do motivational speaking.
No. Well, a little bit at the end of each episode. Yeah. That's about it. Yeah. What you're about to get right now.
Yes, you're about to get that right now. You guys know the deal. Stay safe. Lock your doors. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. Be kind to yourself. For the love of God. And please. Be kind to one another. For the love of God.
Don't yell at strangers in elevators, for fuck's sake.
If we haven't learned anything in the last, I don't know, 3 months.
Yeah.
4 years. Be nice to each other, please. Please. Yeah, be aware of your surroundings. Don't get murdered. Don't murder anybody.
All the listeners, the people that are audio only are like, what's just happening at that point? Go watch the videos. It's
wink,
worth it.
Wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let us know.
So yeah. Ange, what do you have to say?
Thank you. to the Last Electric Rodeo band for allowing us to use their song Bronze Age of Horror at the end of each one of our episodes. If you want to learn more about them, go to lastelectricrodeo.com or find them on Facebook at Last Electric Rodeo.
New album hopefully coming out this year with Ange on it.
We'll see.
I'm like the
better.
I'm like the raccoon right now, giving you
finger
guns. All right, you guys, we will see you on Thursday at 8 p.m. We're back here with our midweek check-in and the news and all kinds of fun stuff for you.
Well,
have a wonderful rest of your week. See you.
Bye.
Peace out, Cub Scouts. Oh goodness, Sealy.
Bye.